EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Bayou State. The Houdat chant ringing behind us as we are ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. On the Arizona sideline, Jonathan Gannon, his third season, 8 wins last year. That was double the number the Cards had in 2023. On the other sideline, it is the head coach of the Saints. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019, the 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, you're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
First down throw was incomplete, and now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He keeps it himself. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
The RPO, that one is complete.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Murray. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Saints let out by the rookie, Kyler Shuck. Interesting story. Off injured in college, the 3rd quarterback drafted out of Louisville with pick 40. Greg, he is now the QB for New Orleans.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and we're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. first time, this is Alvin Kamara. This will be a Saints first down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. They'll look to set up the screen here. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. On the give, this is Kamara. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New Orleans.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Right side, he's got Moreau. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
To return is Greg Dortch. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Greg, as the Cardinals come out here, we think about the steady progress of Jonathan Gannon from a 4-win season in his first year to 8 last year. And if there's consistency with the quarterback, maybe this is a team that can start making some noise in the NFC West.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the job Jonathan Gannon's done, it's been a slow build. This was not a quick fix. There was a lot of things that he needed to get right when he took this job a couple years ago. And one of them was just the development of Kyler Murray.
To
that plays to his strengths and then develop and protect him in some of his weaknesses as a young quarterback. So we've seen improvement on the defensive side of the ball. That's where Gannon's made his hay as a coach. Now, can they put the two together, develop this young talent, and now go compete in what's been a very good division?
On play action, Murray. Pass right side, that's Lyman. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Murray from the gun on third down. That one falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
On the return is Jones. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So, Greg, here come the Saints, and the question is, where are they going, right? 9-8, but they drop off last year from that record in 2023 to 5-12 in 2024. Derek Carr's retired, and I just look back and I remember the consistency of Drew Brees and Sean Payton, and now the question is, what's next?
Well, it's exactly right, and it's really what every team in the league is searching for, right, Mike? In order to have long-term sustained success, you need to have stability at the quarterback position and the head coaching spot. If you have those two boxes checked, you have a chance, and that's really been the issue in New Orleans since Sean Payton and since Drew Brees went. So can they find it? They believe Kellen Moore is that long-term answer at the head coaching spot. Time will tell. And then they got to get the quarterback position settled down. Derek Carr's now gone. Who is that next guy? And is he the quarterback of just this year, this week, or of the next decade? I'm not sure anybody right now has that answer.
From the 25, here's second down and 9. They'll run with Miller. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Third and 10. From the gun, it's shut. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That's the veteran Calais Campbell. He's got his first sack of the season here early in week 1.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the gun, on third down, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They go play action now. Murray. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
On first down, it's Murray. Now he takes off, and he'll give himself up here, but that's a gain of 5 on first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's Murray. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of the couple.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stop the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
3rd and 7. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Raiders' kick is good. And the Cardinals will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense make their way out to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And they'll take this to about the 28. Tackled there by Matt Wilson.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second and 5. Now shut. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. All even, 3 apiece, the score. More from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins, as they've got it with 1st and 10. A run here with Miller. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
It is 3rd and long. To throw is Shuck. That is intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, they're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Cardinals offense ready for this next possession. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder when those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games, when you play all 3 of those division rivals, it feels different, it looks different, and if you're not good, they're going to score 30 on you. So it's a big challenge. It's not a division for the weak of heart, and it's going to be fun to follow along and see who comes out on top.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. This one punts the floor, and he's in. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Cardinals take a 10-3 lead.
Saints 3.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Velus Jones now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be. When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Short pass, caught by Moreau.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route, But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It's 3rd and 4. Chuck. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the zone read, it's a give to Miller. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
Brings up second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 4. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 20.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, it's Miller.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Throwing is shut. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Uh-oh. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Now second down throw from Murray. And that ball incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Murray on third down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now a toss. Connor heading left. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, Arizona.
So, Mike, it's actually funny to say, but these are actually the kind of offensive possessions that defenses want you to have, right? So the idea on defense is make them snap it again, make them go the long way. So at some point, when they continue to get fresh sets of downs, expect them to try to get a big play, try to generate a chunk, and try to move the ball down the field at a quicker pace.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Second down, Murray. He'll get it inside the 20. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's going to tuck it and go. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide, gain about 7. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. And they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. That's hauled in at the 2. And he is close to the pileup, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's 1st and goal. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. McBride is the motion man. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Tip Ryman. Touchdown, Arizona. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6.
Saints 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Keem Davis Gaither there to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's a guy who missed most of the run to the Super Bowl last year, Rashee Rice. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And here's the new signee from Denver, Javonte Williams. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Cowboys come out on top, and Brian Schottenheimer has his first W as the head coach of Big D. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And here it's Tua hooking up with his main man, Jalen Waddle. 23 yards, what a throw for the touchdown. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shaheed with the catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the Cardinals' 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's shot. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
Okay, ready?
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
A A run here with Kamara. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Second down, they need 3. To the air, is shot. A hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals because the ensuing kickoff. Giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on the walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his receiver, it's Jones. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It is a big gain for Arizona. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 15-yard.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll be forced outright.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will score! Kyler Murray, touchdown Cardinals. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
His kick is good. Makes the score Cardinals 24, Saints 9.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down.
All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought.
Go, 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 go!
They'll go play action here with Chuck. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Zaven Collins working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Chuck to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 16.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On third and long, here's Shuck. His pass taken in by Shaheed. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
That's going to be caught. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 24-yard pickup as they convert on fourth down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
60 Bison, go!
Here's Akers. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 33, here's second and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw is Shuck. They'll look to set up the screen here. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
Got it, ready?
Here's first and 10.
Set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, go!
They're going to toss it now to Miller. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Shuck. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Ready? Cougar 19.
from the gun on third down. Shot. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cedric Wilson. Touchdown, New Orleans. For Tyler Shough, keep that football. That's his first career touchdown pass in the NFL. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints are back within one score. It is an 8-point game.
Saints 16.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role. And who's going to walk away with a W? Dortch now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. On the kick. This is Connor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball. Carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. That's caught left side by Ryman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
They put Wilson in motion. Now a second down throw from Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Murray. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Here's Murray to throw. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards and another first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Connor. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Back up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Jones now on the return. Yeah! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Throwing is Shuck. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They go play action for Murray. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway. And now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession. And it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead, so...
Good blocking, and he's in. James Conner, touchdown Cardinals. That's his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals tack on one more to their lead.
Saints 16.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Let's go now. 45. White. Set.
Throwing now is Rattler. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond. The 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Cardinals offense ready to take over possession of the football. And they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll run it on first down with Connor. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 6. On play action, Murray. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Arizona.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll go on the ground with Devin Neal. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 7.
Cowboy 80. Oh, yeah, you got him, you got him.
Back is Hayner. No one up. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Cardinals say they have it, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And the Cardinal first down.
Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
26-yard line.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
Crazy. He needed 13 and got 14 for the first down.
The 11-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Cardinals.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They go play action with Murray. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Working out of the gun, Murray. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This from 30 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. There's Kellen Moore, the head coach of the Saints. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Throwing is Hayner.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
To throw, here's Hayner. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for us Saints.
Here's Hayner. Open man, that's the veteran, Cooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. We'll try and hurry to the line here.
That's another Saints first down.
Now, Hayner. The toss out quickly here to Cooks. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Hayner. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.